Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Battle Brothers. So this is going to be just a short episode and also the last episode of this series. Initially, I just wanted to record another episode as usual and keep going. As I said, I really wanted to find out how long it's going to take before the game breaks, but I don't want to do that while just doing the same thing over and over again. We have like nothing interesting to do. I checked the map before I started recording. I was thinking, what do I want to do? And all I can see is just the same thing over and over. We can't do anything new because unfortunately, once again, we got stuck on recruits, and combine that with a weaker background, I decided to go with, well, if we wanted to continue, it could be for another 100, 200, 300 days, just us running around the map, checking cities and praying that we will eventually put together a decent team. And maybe at some point in the future, that would allow us to get into the end game, to actually fight some of the tougher enemies. But it's so far in the future, based on what we've experienced so far, that I just decided to give up. And it's something that some of you already mentioned a couple of times, that maybe it would be better to restart. So I guess finally I just broke and also gave up. So what we're gonna do, we will retire. Let's start with that. And after we retire, we will check our options for the restart. So let's see what happened to the company. Are you sure you want to retire from the company? This will permanently end your campaign and leave the man in charge. Yes. So what happened? When you took over the Atsientium, you could not have possibly foresaw the future in which it was pivotal in defeating hordes of undead invaders. Unusual bounties on the dead proved incredibly profitable, however, and with a pile of gold made in the wake of the great evils passing, you took the moment to retire. The Atsientium was left in the care of the members you trusted most. A more reliable sellsword than most, Heartgate's background as an ironmonger helped him to keep the Atsientium's equipment functioning. Having saved more than enough crowns, Heartgate retired and returned to blacksmithing, learning from a true master and becoming a paragon of the craft. Last you heard of him, he was living in luxury, making custom weapons and armor for nobles. So far, so good. Out of all the men you came to know in the Atsientium, it was Imeric the Anatomist who is perhaps the most difficult to forget. An unending stream of letters only helps ensure you never will. You skim over his latest one-sided correspondence. Captain, I've managed to skimming, the greatest invention, the most skimming. I'm going to be famous. My brain will be studied for its weight is surely nothing new, it seems. Though you are glad he's still in good health, albeit perhaps more so in body than mind. You spend your days flirting with the neighbor. She's married, but that's what makes it more fun. The constable came by to speak to you about your newfound proclivities. This is about the height of the drama in your life now. It isn't dodging orcs or putting undead soul back into the grave, but it has its own unique sense of fun. You don't miss the old life at all. Instead, you can happily sit back and hear of the Atsientium's success. Okay, so the company actually succeeded without us. So it seems that the management was the problem. When we left, they actually managed to thrive. But okay, well, good for them. So this was the Anatomist run in the Legends, and now it's time to start thinking about a new run. From what I've learned, reading on forums about possible fixes for the instability of the mod. The less you change the map settings, the longer the game holds it together. So that's one thing that we definitely won't touch. We will keep it as as basic as possible. The big question is, what is the background going to be? I want something strong this time. I, in the past, talked about trying like scaling beggar challenge, and I tried it a little bit off camera. It is doable. Problem is that it takes really long time to get into a point where you can actually start doing something interesting. It could easily happen that for the first 100 and 150 days we would only be doing like a messenger in between cities or delivering cargo, just to get to a point where we could even like hire some people, not because of the money, but because of the size of the company. We would have to build reputation very slowly from negative numbers. And I don't know. That's not something I feel like I would want to do on camera. I'm thinking that maybe I will just play it off camera and get it to a point where I can actually recruit some people and I would start recording there. But also I don't want to do this when I know that the mod is still broken, or at least I don't know that the mod was fixed, so I have to like assume the mod is still broken. And if it could take me 100+ days to actually to get a point where I can even start recording, and then it could break in 50 days. I mean, what's the point, right? So maybe someday in the future, scaling beggar challenge would be an option. But for now, I checked everything before I started recording. And what I like the most are probably oath takers. That's the second background from the what's the name of the last expansion of Flesh and Faith. Start with 2 battle-hardened warriors and good equipment. Sounds good. And then the specific of the oath takers, sworn to young Anselm's teachings, whoever that is. You must take oaths that confer various advantages and disadvantages until fulfilled. Sure, we can do that. We'll see how that works. I have no idea. I've never played these. But I like the part where we are starting with strong brothers. So even if we don't get too many characters, we will already have the basic of the core of the company, which is more than we managed to get in the whole previous run. So that's the idea for now. I am willing to listen to suggestions. There are some other strong options. Gladiators could be interesting. That sounds also good. Then there are things like noble. What else was there? I saw some more. I saw like 2 or 3 more that I thought could be acceptable. Crusaders, I think. I was also thinking about where is it? I'm blind. The Lone Wolf. But I also have a feeling that this will take quite a while to again get into a point where you can start creating some kind of a company. And I don't really mind that I can't get over 12 fighters, although in the late game that's quite scary when you think about how the late game in Legends look like. I'm not sure if 12 people can really handle it, but yeah, the thing is, you can't recruit people. You have to do some challenges to, I guess, grow the company size, and that sounds like something that will also take forever to go through. So it's similar case as the scaling beggar, I think. Maybe someday in the future when the mod is stable again. So if you have any ideas, something you would like to see, let me know in the comments. I'll consider it. We'll see where we get. Beast Slayers, that's I think another one that I was thinking about. Unfortunately, I can't read the whole description. There is just too much, and for some reason you can't scroll down in the description. But that's another option that I checked that could be acceptable. So when we move on to other settings, here I might go with based on the background that we choose. I might force the Noble War as the first crisis, but that's not that important. What's important is here. How do we set the game up? Because I'm not sure how much do I force to, or how much do I want to make sure, let's say, that we don't have to leave another run because of the game just not giving me what I need. So I'm thinking about going beginner on the economic difficulty. It's not just about like getting more money from everything. I think this also means you get more recruits. We can actually read it. Contracts will pay more, whatever. There will be more recruits available. That's what I'm interested in. So focus this series only on combat. Just legendary, as usual, but make sure that we this time get the people to do the combat with. We don't have to necessarily go with beginner, we could go like a veteran. What would that mean? 66% heal and repair rate outside camp, 50% more recruits. And this is 50% less recruits. Okay. We could maybe then even go expert, not to make it too difficult. Yeah, I don't have the problem with like the prices or anything, but 50% less recruits with my luck when it comes to finding decent, useful people, well, I'm not doing that again. So the question is how easy do we want to make the economic part? So again, I am willing to like listen to suggestions. I don't know, beginner just is almost feels like cheating, but then again, not getting a single useful character in 180 days also feels like a bit of a cheating on the part of the RNG. So let me know what you think about this. Combat difficulty is gonna be legendary. I don't see a point playing if it's not on legendary. And then starting funds, how much do we get? You'll start with more crowns and resources. 750, 1530, 750. That's a little bit low. I'm pretty sure we'd start with more. Although it's possible that with this background, the funds are like limited to start with. It's different for every background. You can actually check that. If we choose a different I picked the Beast Slayers. Let's go Oath Takers. Next. Now high would be, no, it also says 750. And I don't think that's actually true. I think we will start with more. We can actually check that out. We could do unexplored map. I'm not really sure. Do we want to? I'm not sure if I want to do things that would slow down the series. Let's just check it out. Not Iron Man for now. We'll just check the map. And we don't want to play with this at all. Maybe decked out citadels feel a little bit too cheesy. Show entire map. Yeah, we are not doing that. All trade buildings available somewhere on the map. Probably yes. The rest we don't touch. Dynamic perks, yes. Skip camp tutorial. Yes, actually. Bleeds counts as skill, whatever. Distance scaling, yes. Recruit scaling, sure, why not? World economy. I would have to read these in detail. to make sure that I want to leave all of this as it is, but I think this is how it's going to be. And now when we save? No. Why is there save instead of start or whatever? Okay, so this for now would be the settings I probably choose myself. Yeah, we can read this later. So this is how the hidden map looks like. I kind of like it. I've never actually played with the covered map, but sure, why not? It's actually not that difficult to discover all the cities. You know that there is a desert in the south, so you know where the desert cities are. You know that there are barbarians in the north, and you can follow the roads because you know that all the cities are connected with roads. So it shouldn't be that difficult to find the find out all the settlements on the map. Now, what does it mean having strong characters? Really? You can start with old people? Oath takers can start old? Don't tell me that they are both old. No, they're just both blind. Great. What the hell is this? I thought I should get strong characters. Like, one is old and blind, the other one is just blind, but... Oh, he's an optimist. Okay, well, at least something is going for him. He's not taking his blindness seriously. And yeah, this guy has to be brave. If you are old and blind and live a mercenary life, you have to be brave. So that kind of makes sense. What is this? Oh, this is why he is brave. But they don't really seem that strong. Initiative, defense... I wonder if it's guaranteed that they always have these skills start up. Let's check perks, if there is anything special about them. At the first glance, I don't see anything like unique to just oath takers. From the icons, I think this is what other backgrounds can have as well. Actually not sure if this is strong enough. Oh, I wanted to check the money. Do we really start? No, we start with 1,000. Not quite as much as I thought with like rich start. Yeah, I'll have to probably re-roll a couple of times just to check. We can actually do it. We have time. Why not? If we go quit, we should go into the menu and try. So oath takers, boom, boom. All I'm interested in is to see if they have always stars in the same stats, and if they like always start blind, or if one of them is always old. That's actually quite important. He is old, so it's guaranteed that one of them is going to be old. Minus hit point, minus fatigue, minus initiative. God damn it. And let me see. Yeah, I think the stars are always like this, so they're actually not that great. Look at this guy. What the hell? Yeah, this is also the same. This is slumbering, melee damage, initiative. So suddenly I'm not as sure about this background. Yeah, they have decent gear, I'll give them that. I think there is a way to get rid of old. Some kind of potion or something. I know that I read something about being able to remove old. but that's a late game thing. Oh well. I guess back to the drawing board. I'll probably have to check other backgrounds in this way, that I really go all the way to the map and check what it actually means when it says that you have like good gear or that you have good characters, because this doesn't qualify as good characters. So yeah, I think this will be all for this episode. As I said, I'm open to suggestions, so let me know what would you like to see. But it really should be a strong background that will guarantee we start with people that can create the core of the company. And I'd like to try some endgame this time, or maybe not like the end game with the crazy stuff like flesh ghouls and I don't know the higher tier lindworm stuff like that, but at least be able to like fight large groups of orcs, stuff like that. That would be great. If you have recommendations for what the good background would be, also a background ideally that we have not played as yet, that would also be good. But I think that that's all the conditions. So if you have suggestions, recommendations, please let me know in comments. I'm not sure when the next series is going to start. It's probably going to be like a week or two. I think I want to take a break from Battle Brothers and also take some time to check the options, recommendations, maybe try them out a little bit. I need time for that, but maybe like the end of this month, start of the next one. So it's like in 2 weeks. That's probably where I can see myself starting a new series. So that's all for this episode. I know that it was a little bit unexpected, but at least Arcentium succeeded in the end when we left. And now we can, as I said, start thinking about what we're gonna do next. Because I definitely don't want to like completely abandon Battle Brothers. It's a game that, like from time to time, I just have to return to it, play it. Maybe not every day, but it still has a lot to offer, especially with the mod. So, with the Legends mod. So, I definitely want to come back to it. Okay, so I hope that you like the ending of the series, even though it was a bit unexpected, and I hope that you will come up with some suggestions, some interesting ideas that we maybe could go with for the next series, and that you're gonna join me for the next series again. Until then, have a good time. Bye bye.